this. Yes, so we will zero in on the new media or the social media or the digital media aspect of business communication now. You know, our HR people uses social media in different ways, and I will teach you 10 ways in which HR professionals say they use social media. For you, you may even use social media beyond this, and you may learn a lot about how other people use it, and you are not even using it. So please painstakingly pay attention at this point. Generally, expert HR professionals have said that they use it for communication, and how they share ideas within HR and also within the company. If it's a large HR organization, they use it as as a platform for sharing ideas amongst themselves. For instance, you ask me now, how would I best want to use communication? Will I prefer traditional and or digital? And I told you I use a mix of it. When it's a very large crowd, I focus on the digital and all that, but I narrow it down to physical when I have few. So we are sharing ideas. So that's communication within the HR department. But within the company also, you can use it to share ideas a lot on your intranet, on your what's it called? WhatsApp. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Sometimes ago, a client wanted to launch a new product into the market. And we were to give we are not only to build the brand, but to start from even the name that will be acceptable in the market. So the first thing we do in the agency at such times is we come up with names, and we will test the names via research to see which one resonates via focus group discussions with the consumers before we tell the client that this is the best and all that. So what we did in the agency at that time was, whether you're in HR, in admin, in technology, we post it, the people in the strategic department post it out that, look, we have this client, this is the kind of product, this is the kind of audience and all that. Please come up with names. And because it's an engaged workforce, all of us across we see ourselves as a team, regardless of the fact that you are not a creative, you are not a designer, you are not a writer. Everyone pitch in. You know that some names from maybe client service, from HR, they even win the day at the end of the day. Because it's not just that the name sounds good. We test the name in the market with audience, and the one that resonates more with audience and acceptability and all that, that's the one we go with. So it is such communication platforms that we use. Sometimes we send it through our email, just to staff and all that. And so that is communication. We can also use communication, but but you can also use the social communication as a platform to inform employees of training, promotional events, and all that. You can do that through your WhatsApp, you can do that through your Google Meet, you can, different ways in which you can do that. Right?
Yes, sir.
So whether it is internal, this communication is not only internal, whether it's internal, as in sharing ideas within your team and within the company, or external, as in projecting, maybe what you are doing and all that, it is still communication. Then the number 2 is branding. Branding has to do with reinforcing in the mind of audience who you are, what you stand for. Again, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I said you can use social media as a tool for branding to reinforce information about you, who you are, what you do, with whom you do it, and how you do it. Who you are, what you do, with whom you do it, and how you do it. That's what your branding is all about. You can use it to position yourself in the minds of people in the marketplace. You can use it also to position yourself in the minds of people in your organization. So as you rehash on what is the vision of the organization, as you rehash on what is the strategic goal that you set up to achieve in the beginning of the year, you are doing internal branding to reinforce this in the minds of your employees and to focus them on where you are going. If you do such brands externally, you are using it also to reinforce your position in the minds of possible candidates, prospects, and even people who may want to do business with the organization. Do it on your LinkedIn, do it on your WhatsApp status, do it on your Facebook, whatever you want to do. On your Instagram page, okay, if you have a corporate Instagram page. Then, professionals in HR have also used it to promote events. For instance, we did maybe our TGIF. You splash the pictures, on the LinkedIn, showing that, look, we are a happy family. We are not all about all work, no play. Or one of us just maybe did an occasion and we all went there. Who says we cannot showcase it on our social media platform as a company? It shows that there's a family feeling. And don't forget, I told you that these are points of attraction to potential talents. As they begin to see and they feel you online, and they begin to have interpretations of what you stand for. You can use it to, in promoting events, you can use it to showcase company activities. Maybe we did a street cleaning activity, a charity activity. We donated face masks. And what, in this pandemic, so it is promoting our activities. Okay? So show pictures of activities and events that we held on site. So HR professionals can use social communications for communication in itself, in the main, for branding, for promoting activities, and for background check. You need to hire a new employee, and you have done maybe a shortlisting to maybe the last 10. We want to find more about these guys. All individuals today have their social media handles. Go check them out. What have they done? Who are they with? What kind of values do they profess there? It helps to safeguard you against pains that are avoidable. Their CV may not tell you some of these things. So you can do your own background check on some people. What kind of associations? What kind of social media groups do they subscribe to? If, for instance, you go on a social media site of a potential candidate, and you see that this guy, okay, the kinds of groups he goes to are violent groups, violent, things that speaks of violence, you better be careful that you don't bring a potential problem into your organization. All right? The kind of person speaks about things that are machonist, all about, the person hates women, hates, anything that has to do with female and all that, so that this person, if for instance is a manager or a senior manager candidate, this person already have a prejudice against a particular gender, a particular race, a particular tribe. You better be careful, right? So background checks. Also, when you Google the name of a person, what comes out? You find on his name negative comments about people, negative reviews, or positive reviews, because it can be both good or bad. So this is the first way in which HR professionals use social media. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me give you 4 more.
Okay.
All right. HR professionals can use social media to provoke employee actions. And also to receive employee actions. For instance, if you make employees easily accessible to you via social media, maybe via WhatsApp chat. You can reach me via WhatsApp chat. So they are sure that they can reach you anytime. They can check in, they can tell you challenges, but without the rigmarole of first of all coming to office to write and drop letter. Also, you can use to provoke employee action 24/7 yourself, even because you can reach out to them anytime because they are on your group and all that. So you can reach out to everyone. You can just tag them and easily they will get it. So you can use to provoke employee action and to receive employee action uninhibited, uninhibited, 24/7, real-time, online, instant. And HR professionals are also used social media to showcase their benefit communication. It is still part of using it to do, in quotes, their own kind of branding to attract people. So, this is what we do. So they use it to showcase their benefit communication, their wellness initiatives, okay, updates on their benefit information. All right. Maybe you did an health walk. I don't know if you have done health walk, or you did work for, maybe when they were doing cesarean cancer. We brought in, and this is an idea you can latch on, please. No, I did this at one particular time. It was during the week when they were doing breast cancer. I reached out to my HMO. I want you to help me organize, a company. We brought in, I think Pfizer then. Okay, they have, these particular drugs, and all that, for treating breast cancer and all that. So they came in, they did tests for all our women folk in the organization. And I even told staff to bring in their wives and their daughters. Do you understand that? So
yes.
So brought them. We did that test. And who says you cannot showcase that? This is some of the things we did on your social media. What do you think that will send even to competition? These guys are taking care of their staff. What do you think it will send to prospective talent? That is the company to be with. They value the life of their staff. You understand that? So benefits, I've told you, are not essentially things that are financial or money, even though they may be denominated also in money. But you are giving them value beyond money because you are touching their heart. Don't forget what we defined as total reward. We said it is when you go beyond touching the pocket to touching the hearts of the employee. So things that you do to touch their emotion, their heart, beyond finance, these are benefits, and this goes a long way. Likewise, HR professionals have used social media even as platform for weekly HR blogs. When I was in paid employment, I call it my HR clinic. I passed across an educational. Please begin to write down these ideas. I'm giving you free ideas.
Yes, I'm writing them.
Okay, all right. Because I will ask for them. I'm not giving you these ideas, yes, it's for free, but it will only do me well that you are making YouTube. It may be that I'll just take points on policy and I will explain them a short blog each week. Things that they may need to know about HR, things they need to know about company each week. I call it HR clinic. That was what I used to call it. But whatever name you want to call it. So weekly HR blog, you can showcase that on your social media. So which will be the best? Is it your WhatsApp? Is it your, I don't know what, is it the company's LinkedIn, whatever. Because if you do it on a company LinkedIn, number one, you are also showing thought leadership, that HR is taking ownership of the business. It's also leveraging. So you can write those articles. People who are managing our social media, pass to them, please. I want to be scheduled to also have a weekly thought leadership session to people about HR. So, showcase that we know about that in this organization and we are managing our people well. And also we are using this as, as value to people who reach our site. So you can use that also to even drive people to your site. If they know that every Wednesday, You will do HR activity, HR blog, HR tips, HR clinic, whatever you want to call it, on your company's LinkedIn site. People may not visit your company's LinkedIn site for any other thing but that. And so also you are helping to drive direction to your company's LinkedIn site. So it's beautiful. Another thing which you can use social media or social communication for is research. Do you know that I can do research using LinkedIn? I think you know that.
Yes, I do.
You can do research using even your Google Forms. Just like you do your Survey Monkey. So you can do research. Sometimes even as I am doing this Zoom presentation, I can do some research. If we have about 300 people on call, I can do an instant research. And just said, just post yes or no, and I'll give the statistics immediately, even before I go to the next slide, as people answer. So it is possible. So we use.
Is it instant? I've never tried that.
It's instant. Go. Okay, now write that down. One assignment you will do for me. Go and try how to learn how to do that on your Zoom. You just open a Zoom. At least there's free Zoom for 40 minutes. Try and learn how to do real-time online survey or research on for instance, I'm picking on social media. I can just say, okay, which social media do you use most? I'll just put the options. I just put maybe 2 or 3. So as they choose it, the statistic will generate immediately. And I was look, it's in 45 says they use Facebook, 20 says they use LinkedIn, 10 says they use WhatsApp. It is there immediately. As they click, it generates. So please, that's a good learning. Go learn that.
So it's my good assignment. All right.
It is. Okay. And don't forget, your other assignment is your HR blog. I want to know which of our platform you want to be doing it and how often. Is it once a week? Is it twice a week? Which day? So I will watch out for it, and I will also begin to look out for it. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to see that. Now, the other two, I said I would discuss 10 ways in which HR professionals use social media. The other 2 is for emergency notification. Don't forget, I said the modern digital communication is what? The 4 characteristics. Mention them to me.
So you said something. It's instant.
Yes.
Online.
Yes.
Real time and yes. 247.
Good. So because it's instant, online, 247 and real time. If there is an emergency, would an email do better when compared to social media? Which one would be better?
Social media.
Perfect. For instance, that is Twitter account. For instance, your WhatsApp account. All right. Your messenger, they will immediately, God forbid there is a fire instance, God forbid, one of our boards, you just saw it as you were going home, you branched by one of the malls and the boards, crashed. How will I quickly tell them, maybe the team? You just took a photograph of it and sent it immediately to the group chat. Everyone will see it and action will start immediately. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So for emergency notifications is very, very important. Or you want very urgent action. Another way in which professionals in HR have used social media is also for recognition. Our staff of the week, our staff of the month. Okay, you can use it to communicate this internally or even externally. So people know that we appreciate, we celebrate, we recognize people. And this is the way we recognize them. Okay? So these are 10 ways. There are many other ways, depending on how ingenious you are. Is that okay?
Very okay, sir.
Perfect. So in 5 minutes, give me feedback of what you've learned.
I learned in total or the most recent one?
You can start from recent, then in total for today.
Okay, so ways we can use social media for HR.
Good.
Can use it for communications, that's sharing ideas,
Yes.
within the company, informing our employees of trainings, informing every, the external public of promotional events and all of that. Then it can be used as a tool for branding also.
Yes.
Can also be used as a tool for background checks. This is very important in recruitment. Yes, so you can use that as one of your ways of cutting down potential staff.
Okay.
Yes, I'm saying when you have maybe you have candidates and you do background checks on them just to know if they are perfect fits for the organization.
Yes.
Then yes, can use it to check employee actions. You can schedule leaves and all of that online. You can also chat with the HR professional to request for time off and all of that. Then starting a weekly HR blog.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe before you go on to that, let me just say this. There is also an aspect we call pulse testing. You want to test the pulse.
Testing.
Pulse. P-U-L-S-E.
Yeah.
Okay. For instance, you see, even though you are testing the engagement level of your staff, do you know that, look, sometimes some of them give themselves away on their social media. You will begin to, if you visit their social media well, you will know whether they are already becoming disengaged or they are still engaged. Someone posted on his Facebook or his Twitter, I am getting tired of my job. Save me from my boss. It's not a witch-hunting thing, but you haven't known that you know how to quickly intervene. Maybe you didn't know in-house that there was problem between the boss or the line manager or the person. Another thing when we use this is for your, I said you market as you go. You don't go marketing, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So if, for instance, you have, I knew that we recruited at one particular time using the professional platform of LinkedIn. Perfect. Now, if we have that professional account in-house, it can help us to market as we go, not go marketing. What we did then was go marketing, just when we had the need. But you can market as you go before the need. How? Because we have access directly to the inbox of a lot of professionals. You will search by a professional category that you need. And you are already keeping tab on them because you have access to their in chart because of the recruiter's license of LinkedIn that you have bought. You will now begin to check them also. This is what we do. I like your profile and all that. I hope we stay in touch. You're already doing that. So already you have built up such a person that you cannot have access directly to as your first or second contact because they are far from you. You have contact with them because you have bought the professional recruiting license of LinkedIn. And so you can reach their inbox and you can have access to them. So as you access to them, they become friends. They now link up to you as direct contact. From there, you build up. When the need will come for them to be headhunted and all that, it is easy. You understand that? So for pulse testing, terms of engagement, another thing, and also, as a strong tool for marketing as you go. I just thought I should remember that. Okay, go on to the other thing you wanted to say. Blog.
Yes, weekly HR blog, which I'll be starting very soon.
All right.
Yes, then viewing trends, getting ideas on new trends that we can impute and imbibe in our own organization.
Good.
Yeah. So then I also learned that a HR professional must be fair, firm,
Good.
and consistent.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Then for sir,
Go on, go on, go on. I'm listening. I'm all ears.
types. I learned the types of communication:
Yes.
internal communication, which involves upward communication, downward, and lateral communication. Then external communication, which has to do with statutory bodies, government bodies, vendors, and other external people that have effects in the organization. Then I learned about the matrix communication, the most effective communication that cuts across cross-functional teams, where teams from people from different departments come together to work on a particular project, and it's dissolved once the project is concluded.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Then barriers to communication, effective communication.
Okay.
I learned all of that. The communication is not complete if there is no feedback.
Sure.
So that's the most effective, that's the most essential one I learned.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love that. That's very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. Any other thing today? All right. Okay, that's a good one. You have enough